All righty. So, as it turns out, the Browns weren't the only Cleveland team to get a big W tonight, huh? What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another live stream thing. As it's time to recap the White Sox series. And man, when I say this, I am legit meaning it. This Guardians team right here is so much freaking fun to watch. It really is. You know, the best thing about this team is it pisses off the opposing fan base so much. I mean, we got Twins fans saying, "Oh, that's a disgusting brand of baseball." Well, the Guardians hit you. They kill opposing pitchers just by hitting bloopers and base hits. You know, death by small ball. That's what it is. I mean, we have to be one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to hitting home runs, but we make up for it with our ability to just put the ball in play. That's the main thing. Because, yeah, you know, home runs are cool and all, but, I mean, I'd rather have, like, multi-run homers than solo blasts. Now, yeah, once you start stacking up them solos, then, yeah, you know, you start getting somewhere. But if you just hit one measly solo shot, it's like, whatever. It's just one. Who cares, right? It's just one. It's just one. But anyways, we're going to talk about this series because, by golly, what a series it was. You know, Guardians were coming off a series against the Twins where they won 4-5. Final series of the year against Chicago, who realistically was the only legit threat in the AL Central right now because we knocked out the Twins. The White Sox, I think, were like one of the only other teams that had a chance at catching us. And even then, that was not really a big shot. By the way, what's up, Jacob? Yeah, GG's, man. You were at the game? Yeah, that. I said this in my recap video, which I just posted, but the Steelers, if they want to have a chance at anything this year, they got to go Kenny Pickett. You're not going to win nothing with freaking Mitch Trubisky. It's not going to happen. Whatever. So anyways, game one of the series, we had Aaron Savale on the mound making his debut, his return off the injured list again, going up against Dylan Cease. Savale didn't do bad. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks in his return. Cease, we got to him a little bit. 4 hits, only 1 run, surrendered. 3 walks, though. Yeah, we really got to him a little bit. And then 3 strikeouts. Yeah, we got to him a little bit. In fact, I don't think he surrendered a run against us the last couple of times we played him. And yet we went out there and got a run on him. So early on, you know, we were up 1-0. Austin Hedges sac fly. And then it'd be 1-0 for a couple more innings as bottom 6th comes up. Eloy and AJ Pollock would get the White Sox on the board with an RBI single. And then they actually scored 2 runs because of a throwing error. They were already going to score 1, but then a throwing error led to another run. So it's 3-1. And I'll be honest, when that happened, I was like, yeah, this is not good. But hey, as always, Guardians rallied. Steven Kwan and Jose Ramirez would respond in the top of the 7th. So literally next half inning, they responded with 2 runs of their own. Kwan RBI single, Jose RBI single. Good stuff to see. And they tied the game. And it would actually be tied into extra innings. And the Guardians would strike first in extras. Naylor RBI single, followed by a sac fly from Oscar Gonzalez. That would make it 5-3. We're thinking that's enough. Clase comes in there, but he blows the lead. and somehow didn't blow the game, though. As bottom 10, Andrews and Abreu both got a couple runs there, made it 5-5. And then it's like the Guardians were like, yeah, we're not going to have another 15-inning game. We're going to put these guys out of their freaking misery right now. Top of the 11th, Straw doubled, Quan singled, Jose sac fly, and then Ahmed stole third. And for some reason, Moncada is just over here chilling on an island somewhere, not even close to the third base. Catcher throws his way, thinking that he's going to go cover third and get the runner. But instead, the ball goes off of the glove of Moncada, goes near the third base side, like the tarp area, foul territory, whatever. He has to go get it, and then Ahmed scores. It was all right. It was all right watching on Prime. So we're up 11-5, or I'm sorry, 10-5, and then AJ Pollock hit a 2-run blast off of Brian Shaw because, of course, Brian Shaw is like playing roulette, and of course he struck gold there. 2-run shot, 10-7 Guardians, and then we get the final out. Lurie Garcia popped out after Zavala hit a ground rule double, and that was it. So Guardians win first game, 10-7. Clase gets the win. He's 3-4 with a 1.39 ERA. So that's crazy. He doesn't get the loss. He doesn't get the save, but he gets the win. And Diekman takes the loss. He's 5-4, 4.56 ERA. So good stuff. Taking first game of the series. It's always big. So we go to yesterday's game. And Guardians, once again, had Tristan McKenzie on the mound. And early on, you could just tell the White Sox were mentally out of it because Moncada and Abreu had a couple errors. Yeah, they were botching everything. It seemed like they had some issues. Yeah, not good fundamentally. And we pounced on them early. Oscar Gonzalez grunted into a force out, scored a run after a throwing error by Moncada. And then Andres Jimenez would single in a run. So it's 2-0 right off the bat. Top of the first. And then comes top of the third. Jimenez singled in a run. Brennan, Will Brennan, who was actually called up, I think, that day. He gets called up first game as a pro. He gets an RBI and his first hit. So that's a 2-for-1 deal for him. Good stuff. And then Austin Hedges. Yeah, he grounded into a double play, but he still scored a run. Not going to be mad at that. Still scored a run. Top of the fourth, Stephen Kwan hits a dong because why not? He's got 5 dingers on the year. He's got 1 for the thumb now. Oh, man. And then bottom of the fourth, Moncada hits a blast. And of course, this dude decides I'm gonna bat drop it because why not? I'm gonna show off a little bit. Yeah, okay, buddy. And then because we like doing stuff like that, because we like getting back at him, Josh Naylor would hit a 2-run blast in the top of the 7th as like a little bit of an answer to the Moncada homer. And then bottom 7, Gavin Sheets would score would have hit a grounder, single, scores a run, 8-2, no worries. Guardians lock it down. James Karinchak comes in there, strikeout, fly out, single, line out, no big deal. It is what it is. So Tristan McKenzie, his stat line was fantastic. 8 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. Dude was definitely on one. Brown's lucky Watt was out. Yeah, you're lucky that we couldn't recover an onside kick, loser. Get out of my freaking chat before I freaking ban you. You're just a troll at this point. Lucky I even acknowledge you. 6 hits, 2 runs, 13 Ks, and 1 homer given up by McKenzie. Definitely another stellar performance by Tristan. He'll do this every once in a while. He'll just go out of nowhere and just completely own the opposing lineup. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lance Lynn, I'm pretty sure mentally just absolutely hated Moncada and Abreu. I'm pretty sure when Moncada and Abreu went into the dugout after that inning, that first inning, they probably sat as far away from Lance Lynn as possible. As Lynn, 6 innings, 9 hits, surrendered, 6 runs, 3 earned because of the errors, 1 walk, 3 Ks, and a home run. It could have been much worse for him. Yep. So, Guardians win 8-2. They win the series. Now they go for the sweep earlier tonight. And, of course, the Guardians, they got to have their ace on the mound. They have the Beebs on the mound. And you know what happens when the Beebs is on the mound. You get them 4 runs. It's almost an automatic W. And the Guardians go out there. I didn't watch this game, obviously, because I was doing the game. I was doing the Browns game, which is actually on replay right now at NFL Network if you want to go check it out. If you missed this game today. Bieber on the mound, and he was good. 7 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 5 Ks, 1 home run given up. Of course. And then Cueto, on the other hand, we got to him pretty good. Definitely a complete 180 from the last time we played him, where that dude owned us. But 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks for Cueto. We really, really, really got to him. Oh, ratioed by the Jets, bro. You get ratioed every day of your life, buddy. You always get eternally ratioed, loser. I mean, your team is so trash. You got to share a freaking stadium. Imagine having to share a stadium in 2022. Oh, wait. LA. That's right. Well, this stadium doesn't look like a freaking toaster. I swear, MetLife Stadium has to be the most bland-looking stadium from the outside. It's crazy. But, hey, it is what it is. Whatever. But, Guardians win the 3rd game, 4-2. As the runs were scored via Jimenez, RBI single in the top of the 1st. And then Eloy scored in the bottom of the 1st in an RBI single. Then Ramirez sac fly in the top of the 3rd. Quan with an RBI triple in the 5th. Oh, boy, a triple. And then Ramirez sac fly in the top of the 5th. And then Gavin Sheets, bottom of the 8th, hit a dinger. Because he always seems to do that against us. Oh, well. It was 4-2. Guardians win. Bieber gets the dub. Gavin Sheets off of freaking... I think it was off of Stefan. No, it was off of Bieber. Huh. Oh, well. It was off of Bieber. That's tough. Right before he left the game, too, I'm pretty sure. Yep, right before he left the game, too. Oh, well. But Guardians look good. 12-8, 2.81 ERA for Bieber. Cueto 7-9, 3.15 ERA. Class A nails down a 37th save of the year. He might get 40. I think he'll get 40. He has about a week or so to do it. A 1.37 ERA for Class A and 83 wins for the Guardians. There was a point in this season where we were like under 500 and we were looking bad. Like, was it June when we lost 7 straight games? I'll tell you one thing, guys. When this team is hot, they are scalding hot. But the problem is, when the bats dry up, this team is kind of screwed. You know what, buddy? Ooh, wow, a hairline joke. You know what? Here's a joke for you. It's called 300 seconds in the corner. Bye-bye, loser. Keep doing that, you're going to get yourself banned because you're just a troll. Wow. At least be original if you're going to come out here with these garbage freaking, insults. Like, ooh, yeah, my hairline. Yeah, at least I have hair. Nobody knows what you look like, buddy. For all we know, you could be one of them baldies, no hair. You gotta love it. But yeah, Guardians take the series 3-0, and we essentially just stuck it to the White Sox. And I'll never forget, before the season began, I think their official NBC Sports page, NBC Twitter page, tweeted out like, us waiting for the rest of the division to see if the rest of the division shows up. Oh, we showed up all right. The Twins kind of showed up, but we definitely showed up, and we showed out too. And then there's a video of AJ Pierzynski that Guardians fans have found saying how the White Sox are going to win the division by 20 this year. Huh. Okay. So now we wonder what's next for the Guards. Well, they head to Texas for their final road series of the year. Tomorrow at 8:05, it'll be Cody Morris versus John Gray. Morris 0-2, 2.30 ERA, 15 Ks. Obviously, no one has faced him against John Gray. And we barely faced him in general. Oscar Gonzalez, Austin Hedges, Stephen Kwan have 1 RBI apiece. And then Owen Miller. Wow, you haven't faced him much when Owen Miller leads in terms of RBIs against him. 2 RBIs. Naylor has 1 as well. But yeah, obviously the former Padres were facing a lot. But Gray 7-7, 3.80 ERA, 125 Ks. That's going to be a toughie, but I think I got faith in my guy Cody Morris, who's actually not too bad. I mean, he had a tough matchup last time against Joe Ryan. Now he's facing John Gray. Should be fun. Yeah, 0-2, 2.30 ERA, 15 Ks for Cody. Should be a good one. And then game 2 of the series. Game 2 of the series will be Cal Quantrill against Glenn Otto. Cal is 13-5. Who would have thought he'd be our leading pitcher when it comes to record? My goodness. 13-5, 3.56 ERA, 116 Ks. Glenn Otto, 6-9, 4.88 ERA, 92 strikeouts. We've never faced Otto. And against Cal, only a few guys have had success for him. Kevin Plawecki, 1 homer, 1 RBI. Marcus Semien, of course, 1 home run, 1 RBI. I mean, last time we faced the Twins, the Rangers, we had that doubleheader. And Marcus Semien had 7 hits in that doubleheader. The dude went off against us in that series in general, but that doubleheader, he just killed us. We could not get him out. Cole Calhoun has an RBI, and that's it. Yeah. Seager has 2 RBIs too. But yeah, that team is going to be tough. That's going to be a good game, I'm sure. And then the final road game of the year before the Guardians head home to wrap up the regular season for 9 games against Tampa Bay and then Kansas City with 6 at the end of the year. It'll be Aaron Savale, 2-6, 5.29 ERA, 77 strikeouts against Cole Reagans, who is 0-2, 5.40 ERA, and 22 Ks. And against Savale, actually, nobody has really done anything. Marcus Semien's 3 for 3, but nobody has any homers or RBIs. And, of course, we've never faced Reagans, so that'll be a good test for us, I'm sure. It's always fun facing pitchers we've never seen before. What's up? What's up, Eric? Dude, I know who you are, dude. It's like you act like I've never seen you before. Yeah, shout out to all the Steelers fans, man. But like I said, you guys need to get Kenny Pickett in that game. Just being real. You're not going to win nothing with Mitch. Mitch is mid. I'm literally going to probably call him Midge, MIDTCH, for the rest of the year until you guys get rid of him or whatever. Either until he leaves, I might just call him Midge, no matter where he goes, because he's mid. He's not great, but he's not bad. He's mid. I'd say Jacoby so far, he's actually above mid. He's actually really good. People were telling me he's garbage, but low key though, not even low key, high key. Brissett's he's got some dog in him though. Damn, I can't believe I just said that. Dog in him. Wow. But yeah, the Guardians can potentially clinch their division in this series, believe it or not. As we're going to take a look at the division standings all around the MLB, closing in on the final week of the year in the regular season. Wow, Helsley threw 104. All right. So let's take a look at the regular season standings heading into the final couple weeks of the year. Then I'm going to head on out of here because it's late. So Yankees, they got that division wrapped up. It's all about eliminating the opponents. They should be popping bottles and drinking that bubbly really soon, I'm sure. They got Boston in the series now. Tampa Bay against Toronto. They're going to eliminate each other really quick. No matter what, someone's getting eliminated. Baltimore has Houston. I see Baltimore getting eliminated probably tomorrow. But yeah, that won't be long. And then AL Central, the Twins have the Angels. Their elimination number is actually 3. And then Chicago's is 6. So 3 games. And they have Detroit coming up. So at most, it'll be 6 games. So at the worst, it'll be at home when we pop in bottles. But yeah, we're 7 games ahead of the Twins. I mean, we're 10 games ahead of the Twins, 7 ahead of the White Sox. You can pretty much say the Guardians are heading to the playoffs. Pretty much. I'm not going to put it in Sharpie, but because I've seen crazy things happen. But this team is well destined to be making a run. But they got to continue to grind. They can't be like, oh yeah, we got this division in the bag, because as quickly as it's there, it could disappear just like that. As long as there's more games left in the season than there is, in terms of the deficit, there's more than 7 games left in the season. So yeah, Twins aren't going to catch us. It would take a monolithic freaking collapse for that to happen. And I just don't see it with the way the Twins are playing. I mean, maybe the Twins get a little hot, but I mean, as long as we do our thing, we should be fine, I think. Oh, crazy, look, you just jinxed them. I've said worse. But I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just going to say this. Just play at least 500 ball the rest of the year, and we got it. That's all we need. We're going to lose games. It is what it is. Not going to, stress. We should be able to get this thing done. Just keep winning. So you got to do 1 game at a time. Now in the NL, it's definitely Mets and Braves for the AL East. That division's going to come down to the final couple games. St. Louis, they're 5 games away from either 5 wins / Milwaukee losses away from an NL Central title. And the Dodgers, of course, already clinched their division. So the way it's looking, the last division to be clinched will most likely be the Mets and the Braves. The NL East will be the last division to be clinched. And then looking at the wild card, see how long it'll be before the wild cards are decided. Probably not too long, I'm sure. So magic number is 10 for the Mariners, Rays, and Blue Jays. Yeah, and of course the O's are right there, but I think they might have just fallen off a little too much at the end there. It's going to be it's going to be Jays, Rays, and Mariners, most likely. Which is cool. That's cool because, I want to see the Mariners in the playoffs. It's just funny because it took another team being added to the wild card for them to make it. It's just about who they're going to play because someone's playing us, or it's either going to be us or Toronto, Tampa, if you're Seattle. And all 3 teams are like a game between each other apiece. Yeah. The only team that I could see possibly slipping in there is Baltimore. And that would mean Seattle or Tampa have to really fall apart at the end here. But hey, I've seen crazier things happen, especially with Seattle. There's a whole running gag of, oh yeah, Seattle, punching their fans in the whats. It's like a whole running gag. It's like a meme thing, completely choking at the end of the year. We'll see what happens. But man, if Seattle falls off and misses the playoffs again, I'd be like, damn, the baseball gods really hate these guys. That's tough. Now you look at the NL, and there's only already 2 teams left in the NL wild card. San Francisco and Milwaukee? Damn. That's actually crazy. So San Fran's elimination number is 4 for the wild card. Milwaukee is still there. They got an 11-game elimination number. So if you're Philly, you just got to hold on for at least 11 more wins / Brewer losses. We're going to wind up getting freaking Milwaukee versus St. Louis, aren't we? And then San Diego, Atlanta. Wow. I would love Philly versus Philly. St. Louis would be nice too. But again, see what comes down after this heading into the final week. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up. It's very late. I'm going to probably get off of here and maybe grab a small snack or something and then go to sleep. In terms of my victory stream, what I might do is I might do it on Monday, because this way I'll be able to wallow in possibly the Ravens and the Bengals losing, which would be awesome, considering we would be firmly ahead in the division. So, yeah, I'm kind of hoping that the Jets win and the Ravens lose too. So, see what happens. But I'm probably going to go live for the victory stream on Monday. I might go live tomorrow just for lulz, but yeah. I think I'm just going to relax. Maybe watch some college football or whatever. Watch the Guardians, of course, too. Oh, man. 3 more road games, and then the road season's over. And then it's just home games from here on out for the Guards. And hopefully they'll be popping bottles soon, too. But with that being said, see you guys maybe tomorrow. But I'll be back on Saturday for sure for Buckeyes versus Wisconsin. Another Saturday night game. So hopefully this one's a competitive one, which it should be. But who knows with this Buckeye team, they could go out there and just curb stomp the Badgers, which I would love. I would graciously love that. Just an easy win. Comfortable. Doesn't have to be a 40-point win. Just give me something comfortable. I'm not stressing. But that's going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys whenever. And unless maybe there's some news about the Browns. By the way, update on Anthony Walker. I heard it was a knee sprain. Man, I'm thinking it was like his ACL or something. I'm thinking, oh, this dude's done for the year. But he's got a knee sprain, which definitely isn't the worst thing. Still not good, but it's definitely not the worst news I could have heard. So, yeah. See you all whenever. Probably on Saturday. So until then, crazy dog. Let's go Guardians and Browns. Both teams won, and they're both in first place in their division. You'll love to see it. Oh, and by the way, the Cavs got Donovan Mitchell, who is in town tonight at the Browns game with Darius Garland. And CJ McCollum was there too. Good stuff. All right. I'll see you guys later. Go Guardians. Go Browns. Blue Jackets too. Can't forget about them. And Buckeyes. Yeah. And Cavs. Anyone else? No? That's it? All right. See you guys later. I'm out. Bye-bye.